PTF and Mikee P back with you in the Money Media YouTube channel. We are here with Kentucky Derby points race analysis on Saturday. Good card at the fairgrounds. The Gunrunner Stakes is where the Derby points will be on the line. It's an excellent sequence. And if you want more on the whole thing, Mikey has a whole show for you wherever you get your podcast, In the Money Players Pod. Mike, give us a sense of how this card at Fairgrounds looks overall before we dive into this Derby points race.
Fantastic card for Saturday, and it's the beginning of the road to the Derby at Fairgrounds. Tons of stakes, lots of listed stakes, no graded stakes, but plenty of listed stakes on Saturday for that 12-race card. And Jackson Muniz and I go through a lot of these races on the Players Podcast this week. He's playing in the Gunrunner contest that is on Twinspires this weekend. $400 contest on Twinspires. So jump into those Twinspires contests to check out these tournaments here. KDBC qualifiers. So that's the Kentucky Derby Betting Challenge that's coming on Derby Day this year. The new major that Twinspires is sponsoring. Everybody wants to get in on that.
It's going to be awesome. I'm so happy that contest is back. It's great for racing contests in general to have, as you indicate, a new major event. There'll be feeders and qualifiers all along the way. Twinspires.com, as we just showed, the place to go to check it all out. Just go to twinspires.com and navigate over to the tournaments page, and you'll see all the opportunities available, including this very Sunday. And if you're playing it, definitely listen to Mike and to Jackson. You'll get some great ideas. Let's talk specifically about this Gunrunner Stakes. It's sort of the stereotype when you're a racing analyst and you see a short field, but a good field, you say short on field size, long on talent. I think that applies to this race. Some horses with some real potential for improvement. Which way are you leaning in this one, Mike?
So I'm going to try the third choice. Now, it's just a 5-horse field here on Saturday for this Mount 16th Gunrunner. But number one is a horse by the name of Built. Now, 7-2 morning line. This is this horse's third start. It's for Wayne Catalano. We know how adept he is to be able to train these young horses. This is a 2-year-old by Hard Spun out of a Curlin mare. So plenty of pedigree to go longer. 2 starts so far. First start ran into East Avenue. Well, East Avenue was the favorite for the Breeders' Cup Juvenile. Now, didn't really show up that day due to a poor start, but certainly well regarded. That one, after that start, stepped into a maiden special at Keeneland, going 7 furlongs and was able to win with a nice 77 figure. The horse that finished second there, Render Judgment, also in this race, came back to win out of that one. I do think the distance should suit this horse. Short field on the rail. Early speed, I do think that should get another perfect forward trip and be tough to overhaul late. So I do like number one Built on Saturday in the Gunrunner.
How do you think it's going to work out pace-wise? Will Built just get loose, or will Magnitude be sitting on his flank? That's kind of the way I saw it. I was thinking those two might hook up early and set it up for the runner I'm going to talk about in a minute. But give me just a general thought on Magnitude and if he's a serious contender for you before I get to my selection.
Well, I do think Magnitude is speedy, but Built is the type that I do think doesn't necessarily have to have the front to win this race. If you look at this horse's first start, was able to pass horses late, ended up fourth in there against East Avenue when nobody was beating East Avenue to the front in there. This horse broke poorly, was able to pass horses. So while this horse did get a forward trip in the second start to win, I'm not necessarily sure that has to have the front to win. Now, Magnitude is speedy, but had route speed there in that Mount 16th race at Churchill on November 17th. So, and Admiral Dennis is another speedy one. Certainly showed speed in his win there on November the 7th at Churchill, going a mile. So there is some speed. I think Built could sit off a little bit, maybe end up in the pocket here, and then show up late to overhaul the front runners.
I could see it just if somebody goes on a mission to the front. I was imagining, as you mentioned, that difference between sprint speed of Built, route speed of Magnitude. I was thinking Built might just try to take him from gate to wire in this spot. I'm hoping those two hit a little bit on the front end, because even though Admiral Dennis did show speed going a mile, he really, to me, acts like a horse who's going to be very happy to settle. When you look at his Timeform US pace line, it had an upline shape to it where he was just never going faster than at the end. I think he's got enough speed to sit in a good attacking spot and hopefully going to have the bottom to take them down. My bigger angle on Admiral Dennis is that I think the figure of the last race might be a little bit low. The Beyer team gave it an 83. Two runners have come back out of that race. Monet's Magic, who was an impressive winner the other day, improved the figure from a 67 to an 84. And Ambridge, who was well back in the field that day, improved from a 31 to a 68. So I'm thinking you can blue sky that 83 of Admiral Dennis is a little bit, maybe has a little bit of an edge, but I don't want to spend too much time giving you a 9-5 favorite. At least you're reaching for the presumptive third choice here. We'll see if one of us can get it done. The last time we did one of these videos, we gave folks a nice juicy exacta. Won't be so much in terms of price this time, but maybe, just maybe, we'll give the exacta once again. You've heard what we think, people. We want to hear what you think. Make sure you drop that idea in the comments here on the YouTube video. Make sure you subscribe to the In the Money Media YouTube channel for much more content. The goal as for now, we're going to do a video for each one of these Derby prep videos, including the overseas ones. Should be some great information, lots of winners along the way. And make sure you check out Mike on the In the Money Players podcast this weekend and subscribe to the In the Money Players podcast wherever you get your shows. Lots of content coming up just in the next few days. It may be the holidays, but we're very busy here at In the Money Media, and we look forward to seeing you soon.